So I believe that we can transform the way we educate our kids if we redefine one word. And that word for me is security. So often we hear the word security and we think financial security. But there's another context in which this word is used, and that's in terms of insecurity. And we hear the word insecurity all the time. We hear so-and-so might be insecure, they might be feeling insecure, but we never really address what the inverse of that word is. What is the security that is the opposite of that insecurity, that emotional and mental and psychological security? If we can acknowledge that security comes in more than one form, that let's say there are two forms. There is that financial security, that physical security, but there's also that emotional and psychological security. And that's also something that's important that we need to teach our kids. Then that can transform what we're actually teaching them and how we teach it to them. For me, that security, that emotional, psychological security is all about being able to be vulnerable, to sit with the unknown, to face conflict and not try to control it, which in many ways is the opposite of a lot of the things that we're trying to teach. A lot of school is about teaching the known, teaching you to know, to control, to plan, and to be sure of things. And that is important, but as we know, there's a hell of a lot that's uncertain in life. So we also need to develop this emotional security that can allow us to manage the unknown and to manage our feelings during that, to feel secure in moments of vulnerability and to allow it. And that's, for me, where creativity at schools can play a really practical and important role. I believe creativity teaches us to, or creative subjects can teach us to live in the unknown in that sense, live in that discomfort, to explore things without knowing what you're going to create, without knowing what's going to come of it, to not plan, but to explore, discover, and communicate and connect with others. The creative subjects are where you have your opportunity to build your own identity and to make your own choices and really discover things for yourself. And that's where I think that a lot of that psychological, emotional security can come from. So when you think of it like that, when you redefine security in these terms, creativity has a really important role to play in schools. And I think that's really what's been missing. I think we've not been able to define what its function is. We try to set everything in education in terms of outcomes. What is the grade? What is the physical result? But really creativity, the creative subjects and creativity is all about the process and the things that you learn as you're doing it, and the things that you learn about yourself and the things that you learn to manage within yourself. So anyway, that was a long ramble, but if you want to hear more rambles on creativity, do follow me. I'd love to hear your thoughts below. Write them in the chat, share this, and do let me know what you think.